I think I've been signed. Oh, maybe not. Okay. Oops. That's it. Thank you, Caroline. I was worried about that. Okay, so nobody can hear. Oh dear. I hope that works better. Okay. Rats. So for 20 minutes of card making, I've been silent. Can you hear me now, Carolyn? So this is the large succulents die. And we're just going to pop all those little pieces out. I put adhesive sheets on the back side of this. And you can see how easy these just fall out. I do have my brush. And so that helps clean out all those negatives that we don't want to keep. This is another bundle from the annual catalog. And it has waited lonely on my shelf. So I'm excited to create with it. Let's see, I'll get the poker tool. So this I gave a sneak peek of last week when I was getting ready for my stamp club. My stamp club comes every month for a class, and they rotate getting hostess benefits each month. They are dear ladies, many that have been with me for 3 or 4 years. Okay, so you can see all those pieces just popped right out. And this does make a nice full, let me sweep these out of the way. Okay, so I think the rest of these will pop out as I pull off the adhesive backing here. It turns it into a giant sticker, which is really the only way that you could adhere this very fine detailed die to your card. Okay, it looks like it's all clear. So I'm going to take my card base, and this is going to completely cover the card front. And so they don't rub and rip those little edges. I'm going to take the back side and rub it so that the adhesive takes hold onto the cardstock. Just like that. So we have a nice border all the way around. And it was supposed to be centered, but in my class we had an accident. And so I said, don't worry, I always take accidents and turn them into projects. So my idea is to take my ribbon and just wrap it around the side where there is no margin, and only you will know my secret of what could have been and what is. And I'm just going to tie a double knot and put it towards the edge there. And now it doesn't look asymmetrical or off center. An easy peasy fix. All right, so now we're going to do some stamping with these card pieces. Make sure I get all my tools out. Okay, so we're using Just Jade ink and this huge succulent stamp. And it is going to go right here onto this piece of cardstock. And let me just check it to my measurements to remember. It is 2.5 by 3.5. And then I'm going to stamp my succulents right across the middle of this piece. Just like that. So pretty. Then I'm going to use my thanks. Right there. And my flower, I want to stamp 2. Isn't that pretty? Just Jade is such a happy color. And then close your ink pad. Things away. All right, so here is my mini die cut, stamp and cut emboss machine. And I love that this set of dies comes with 2 flower dies. So I'm just going to line up these edges. And sometimes you have to rotate it around to figure it out. And I'm just going to use a little Post-it to hold that where I want it. And then repeat with, that's funny. My Post-it doesn't have enough stickiness anymore. So let me get another one. All right, so there is almost kind of like a little puzzle. Rotate it until it just locks right in. There we go. Okay, same with, it's the exact same image. So you think I could put it right into place quick and easy, but okay. I like those. So now I'll take my Post-it and just seal those into place and fold it over so it doesn't get in the way. And then with the mini, it's always a good tip to know that you need to put your top plate just a little bit staggered forward in the sandwich. The top plate goes first. Make sure they're all nice and square otherwise, side to side, and then just roll it through. Our mini Stamp and Cut and Emboss machine is on sale this month, 20% off for the first time. Okay. There is Succulent Flower 1 and 2. And then our next one is to die cut around the word thanks, which, oh, static clings to the bottom here. There we go. Did you know there's such a thing as Post-it tape? I had no idea. Amanda in our class had it and shared it with us, and it works awesome. Here we go. I'm gonna run this through. And it has really nice stitching all around the edge of this die. See if I can get it closer to the camera. And then the mini is so nice because just like a big machine, it folds up to a cute little suitcase and stores off to the side until you're ready for it again next time. Okay, we're going to use a blending brush and our Just Jade. So you tap into your ink pad and then just give a little dust off. Oh, not on that one. And then just color your succulents in. You can have it go as dark as you want or as soft and pastel-y as you like. Guess this is a nice green card for St. Patrick's Day. This last picture. Okay, then we're going to come back and do this big image. And it's best to go in circular motion so you don't have lines or blocks of where you're at. Start right in the middle of that one, so it's the darkest right in the center of the flower. And then around to the edges. And same with these other ones, give them a little bit darker in the center. Work your way out. There are no hard lines, blending brushes, so it's going to look very artistic and pretty. All right. So let's get the dimensionals that are under my card here and put them on our succulents. I think 2 will be great. But our big piece really needs larger dimensionals I don't seem to have on my table, which is okay. We're just going to cut up the outside of this dimensional sheet that is mostly used up. And go that way. You do this with your dimensional sheet, cut up the outside. And then a nice bit in the middle so that it doesn't get saggy. And then we'll pull these off. Just like this. Oh, hi, Joanne. Actually, it's not an embossing folder. It is a large die from the Succulents bundle. It is this great big die that cuts this beautiful image, and I used adhesive sheet on this layer so that when it cut out, it was a great big sticker. And all these little pieces just pop out. It's so beautiful. So we're going to put this here, grab our sentiment, and we'll stick it there. So it needs a little bit of dimensionals too. Can't have much pop on your card. Hi, Tina, how are you today? So this card has a little different look than my original design. And I'll show you that one in a second here. So these die cut succulents are filling in those empty corners that were just white. It gives a little extra pop. And then I'm using the Artistry Blooms adhesive back sequins to give, oops, a little pop here to the sentiment. And while we're at it, we'll go ahead and add some to those centers over there. And they're so pretty. We'll go around and do these ones as well. Oops, come on, come with me. There we go. It's our blending brushes and our Simply Succulents bundle. Oops, let me get back on the camera. Lots of detail, beautiful texture in this card. So the original design that was made in class is, get out of the envelope, is this one. But due to this large die getting off center, so that I didn't have a margin all the way around that was nice and equidistant, I changed it up and put the ribbon over this side to hide that there was very little margin here, and redistributed my elements of dies and sentiment. But we do need to trim our little ribbon ends. There we go. Okay. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the first half of my video that was all silent. That's craziness. I don't think I can go vote back and voice over it. But I definitely learned more about technology. So let me find my card. And this was the Elegantly Said bundle that we made first, which has a punch and stamp set in the bundle, as well as designer series paper and gold and silver cord. So this card was 5.5 inches high with an 8.5 inch card base folded in half. The designer series papers were cut 4 inches wide, and then whatever heights you wanted. We stamped black ink 3 times with a Stamparatus, and then we used basic gray and stamped off twice on the grid paper here before we stamped onto the cardstock. Punched it out, added the beautiful twine and a gold metallic dot to finish up this card. And then this was 2.5 by 3.5 inches for the focal piece, that is the basic white cardstock. We die cut 2 flowers and the sentiment, and we die cut the Just Jade layer that went right on top of the card base. So that was 4.25 by 5.5 and was cut with this large die. Before you die cut that sheet, you want to adhere the adhesive backed paper, adhesive backed sheets, so that it turns this layer into a great big sticker. Very elegant and easy card due to a wonderful, elegant die. All right. Again, thank you for coming to stamp with me and join me for creativity. I hope you like the cards that I shared today and that you will check out these bundles when you're shopping. And let me know if you have any questions or need help with your shopping and stamping. And I appreciate that you popped in with me today. I hope that you all have a great week, and I'll see you again next week. Bye-bye.